Hello.
Hello. Welcome to our new house. I'm kidding.
This is a gallery, but there's no one here, so we're filming in here. So today we wanted to talk a bit about our parenting style, which is quite different to most people around us, particularly our family.
Yeah, it's very different to like the way that our family, our parents, like definitely the way our parents parented and the way like, for example, my cousin's parent.
Yeah.
And your cousins as well.
So I'd say we raised Alakai, he's still young, but...
He's 16 months, so he's walking now, along. He can't speak, so...
Is he 16 months or 15 months?
16 months.
Oh, right, yeah, 16 months.
Just turned 16 months. Sorry, keep going.
I think before being pregnant, I had a lot of ideas of how I wanted to parent, and I used to love reading parenting books, gentle parenting, and what's the other one called?
Gentle.
Objectivist parenting.
Oh yeah, was that the little book?
Yeah.
I think I read that one too.
Yeah, they're all amazing books, and they all sound like the perfect way to parent. Very respectfully.
And very like nurturing and attachment friendly.
Very trusting of your baby, and sometimes kind of treating your baby like an adult.
Yeah. I guess it's
but I'm trying to find the name of that parenting.
Maybe we can link it below or put a picture up or something.
All amazing parenting styles, and they sounded pretty ideal. And then we had Alakai, and the reality kind of hit, and all those parenting styles just didn't seem to fit our experience.
No.
They just felt wrong.
They felt wrong, and some of the things they were telling us to do seemed like a lot of effort.
Not just that, but
maybe not natural.
They felt unnatural.
Unnatural, yeah. Can you give an example of what?
I think one of them was obviously giving him a lot of independence, and kind of giving him independence to fall asleep on his own, and that sounded great, but then in practice it didn't feel right.
Did not feel right at all.
Like he was just this little creature that was obviously born in the world, needing us, essentially, because he was helpless. And we do give him a lot of credit and trust him to surprise us all the time, and he always does. Some things just felt off. I'm kind of falling short on examples right now, but I also, for the first 3 months of his life, I felt a lot of anxiety, which I was quite surprised about, because I felt very confident about being a mum, and I had prepared mentally for years before actually being a mum. So I was quite surprised with the anxiety I felt around him, and just never being quite sure about what was the right thing to do. And then about 3 months after he was born, I read a book called the Continuum Concept, and I can link that. And that book completely changed everything. Like suddenly, I just didn't have any anxiety. Everything just made sense.
But you said it was like a big reality sort of check, and and there was a lot of guilt that came with that kind of opening and new awareness. It was
because
I remember having a conversation with you.
It affected all areas of my life. It just shifted the way I thought about life.
I feel like you started especially reevaluating everything that we're doing in terms of the way we were where we were living, what sort of tasks we did day to day, how kind of much attention we had given in the past when Alakai was playing with something particularly, what society would deem as dangerous.
Risky.
Risky,
Yeah. And also the attachment style.
The attachment style, yeah.
Yeah, I think, it's like on the tip of my tongue, the name of that parenting style.
Right parenting.
Right parenting,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Right parenting, which sounded amazing, but then in practice it just felt wrong.
Yeah. I think
some aspects.
right parenting was like the last kind of thing we came to before you read the Continuum Concept.
So we were really trying it, and it just was not working.
But it seems like before you actually like delve into it, like it's like really great. And
there are some aspects that I still agree with. But I think more when he's older, when he's a newborn / young infant, it just didn't feel right.
No, because like the sleeping thing was basically
kind of like sleep training.
Sugar-coated sleep training. And there was the independent play as well, where I just don't think a baby that's a few months old can really just sit on the back for long periods of time.
To a certain degree. I don't know. It's all debatable, and everyone will have their own feelings towards it.
But it was right parenting, but then Continuum Concept, turned everything upside down and back.
Should we explain a bit about Continuum Concept?
Yeah, you can explain.
Yeah, so the book is this woman who basically lived with tribes for a good few years, I think a few different tribes, and she shares about their parenting approach, or how they parent, and also how they live, and it was fascinating. Like some things really blew my mind. Like you wouldn't think they were human, but then they are human. So just the way that they reacted to certain things and viewed the world was quite different, but just made sense. And obviously the approach is to respond to your child and to carry your child. Because I know in right parenting, I'm pretty sure they don't really like the idea of wearing your child. To me that just does. Of course, I'm going to wear my child. Like right now.
It was. 16 months, and if need be and he's distressed, we will pick him up and we will hold him close to our chest in the carrier when required.
Another thing actually that kind of shifted the way I saw things was how she said that babies get very fussy if they are not worn, because they can't let out energy on their own, so they need to be on you and for you to have an active physical life, so that you are dispensing that energy for them, which doesn't happen if they're just like laying on a flat cold surface that's just kind of dead, and so all that energy kind of gets built up in them and they have no way to release it other than cry, I guess. But no, that it is instinctual to have your baby on you. I think it's just so important for so many reasons. But that was a huge
crazy piece. Important. What about the kind of risk and danger situation?
Yeah, that was another thing which was amazing. So in tribes, obviously they definitely give the child a lot of independence. Like they're their own person from the moment they're born. They're not yours. I'm pretty sure they have different language as well. It's like, it's not my child, it's just a child that has been born. And so then they can kind of make their own assessments of what is risky and dangerous, and they become aware of things very quickly. And so the parents don't really intervene. So like a baby will be playing with knives and big sharp weapons, and they are just trusted to know that they can hurt themselves, or to play near
a cliff edge.
A cliff edge, and to just know not to fall, which was quite fascinating. And we've definitely implemented a lot of trust
not
in regards
the cliff edge,
no,
but the edge of like a pond or something. It's probably as far as we go.
Yeah, we're definitely not
at
that
or
level.
Like kind of like ledges that are slightly off the ground. But we always did that from like a very young age, on the edge of the bed.
And playing with knives or scissors, stuff like that, which a lot of people have seen and been quite shocked. But he's just surprised us with how he knows what hurts and what is dangerous.
I think as a society, and me even myself, I just never gave babies enough credit. Like they're so intelligent, so instinctual. These primal beings that can like work things out.
Yeah.
There's certain things that we will of course teach Alakai, but at the end of the day, he's picking up everything, like language, creativity,
everything.
taking risks. Like, he's a very he's a free. We call him a free to roam.
Free to roam Alakai.
Yeah. And then what about let's move on to the toy situation? Did it briefly does it mention that in the Continuum Concept?
Yeah, so in the Continuum Concept she mentions toys, and basically, which is kind of true, I guess toys are just this thing that we've created so that children can be entertained, because we don't let them play with, or we don't let them explore with things that we use. But children don't really want to play with toys which are literally pointless. Like if you think of what is the point of a toy? It has 0 point other than to be given to children to distract them, or to supposedly teach them something that isn't actually important. So, Alakai doesn't have many toys at all. We haven't bought him any. We've been given some.
Definitely no flashy electronic toys.
Yeah.
And also that mood goes on to there's no screens as well. But that's maybe for another video.
But no, we let him. Sometimes it's difficult, but we let him participate in what we're doing. Yeah. So, for example, in the morning, he's only 1 and a few months, and he already, knows how to crack the eggs. So that because we make eggs every morning, so he just is so eager to join in, rather than play with a little toy that means nothing and that we don't play with. He's learning so quick. Not that we want him to learn to crack eggs, but just to join in.
It's just an instinctual thing, isn't it? He's just I
guess
we're leading by example,
doing,
and he's just picking up things.
Yeah, he wants to sweep, he wants to cook, he wants to
bang a drum,
play music. Just whatever we're doing.
I think we're just trying to remember that it's not meant to be easy, is it?
No, that's another thing. That everyone wants. I feel like everyone's goal is to make parenting as easy as it can be for them. Convenient,
A work away around their professional or busy life.
It's how much can I get my baby to sleep? How much can I get my baby to leave me alone? And blah, blah, blah. Parenting isn't about how much freedom you can get.
No.
It's about how much you can
devote to your child, to your baby.
Be present with your child. Because that's just what parenting is about. It's not about I managed to sleep this much this night. It's I managed to be this present with my child.
And the biggest take home as well that I think that you'll agree on is that surrender. Particularly for you in the night.
Not in the day as well. It does take a lot of surrender. I have these 4 words that I tell myself sometimes. What is it? Presence, patience, surrender, sacrifice. In that order. It usually takes a lot of those things. Especially in this day and age where we kind of can find it irritating to be with children, or boring or slow. We like to be distracted and busy.
And especially as adults, distracted with technology. Major distraction. Just finding different things to get pleasure from, I guess.
I don't even know if pleasure, just busyness.
Because we can't, I feel like my whole life I've not been able to sit with myself and be bored. Because then I actually realised that there is no such thing as boredom, because I'm just comfortable with being with myself, doing nothing. But I've always got something to do now. We've both always got something to do, because we've got this little one now running around. But, it's not always easy, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
No. I don't know if that covers everything, but it does cover a lot.
Covers a lot. I think we can continue another time.
I think because we talk about parenting all the time.
There's maybe a few other things that we do as well, don't we? That maybe are seen as a bit alternative, and so we can discuss that in the future.
I think the thing that we've mainly taken out from the book is how simple it all is, how much everything makes sense now. We don't have to think about, what will we think about this, what will we do about this. There's no anxiety about what is the right or wrong choice. It's kind of we just know. I like to ask myself, what would I do if I was in a track? And I just know the answer, and it just feels right.
Yeah, that's a really good
Everything's
point.
just simple.
Everything's super simple. Like it can be hard and tiring,
Yeah,
but it's super simple.
Right.
Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
The
this,
decisions and
like that's the only book that for us has been required.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
just
After
is-
reading that book, I've not felt the need to read any other book because I don't need any. Like I don't have any more questions. I just know.
I think
like we probably will as he grows older.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. Well,
I feel like our
for this
basis
stage of his life
is covered,
development, I think we went from here like to
Yeah.
like it's
It's
brought
just
everything
honed
in,
in,
honed everything in.
Yeah,
This one
yeah.
concept of like sort of instinctual tribal parenting.
And we do talk about parenting all the time, so
Yeah, so it's definitely a passion. It was definitely a passion of yours before, and it's definitely a passion of mine now. And so
yeah, I love parenting him. Well, it's not even parenting him, just being around him.
yeah, I really enjoyed this conversation with you today.
Yeah.
And
I hope you got something out of
Yeah.
it. And we're not saying that this is the right way to parent for everyone. Everyone will have their own approach, but
exactly.
it definitely, I highly recommend this book.
Yeah,
Not just for parenting styles, but just
way of life.
a way of life, way of, I don't know, making sense of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I'll link everything below.
So thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
And drop a comment down below if you resonated with anything. If maybe you're doing something similar, or maybe
Also, if you've read the book.
Yeah, if you've read the book, because I've not met many people who have read the book.
Yeah, I met a couple
Have
who
you?
read the book and they don't even have children, and they said it was the best book ever. So yeah, it's not just for people who have children.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Bye.
Bye.